Not quite. Yeah. Yep. Alright.
We should be back. Let us know if we're not on.
Yeah, please.
But we have just let people know they can start. If the stream doesn't get it, we are recording anyway. So we should be able to put everything up.
What? So this is our overlay? Yeah.
Yes.
Or that.
We'll see what it interferes with and what it doesn't interfere with. I think that actually will overlap with the life bars
So let's
on
go
this.
here.
Yeah,
So
we are
that's gonna
back.
overlap with
Fantastic.
something
Thank
else.
you. Sick.
Hey Tyler, what do you normally use for DBSD? Which overlay?
Bottoms.
Bottoms? Yep. Awesome. Yeah, we're good. And you got the sponsor tags on there. Fantastic.
I don't think RB has one.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to top 8 for DBSD. Up first we have DS Falco up against Dubbeast. Dubbeast playing the heavies on the right, as you can probably
Yeah. Love the way he actually plays Brawly. He always tries to find himself space to set up barrier again.
Yep.
So that if, in case he ever goes back to neutral where it's a situation where they're chucking fireballs, he can just go, nah, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. He really wants to put himself in that situation where his aggression isn't limited by opponent's fireballs. And that's such a problem for big body characters. You don't want to get clipped by something and let them get a combo started.
Because in this game, there is no such thing as higher vitality or whatever, so all you get as bigger body is a bigger hitbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
bigger hurtbox. So
yeah, hurtbox. That's right, absolutely.
I suppose hitbox on a lot of moves. But
Yep.
in a game like this, the hitboxes are often so large that it's not really character dependent.
The B6 loses first character though. Falco draws first blood.
Really, really consistent from Falco there. You can see as soon as he got on that first combo, he just did not want to get off the throat. And once again, as soon as he gets into a pressure string, Dragon Rush to get it started, and now Arby's back in the corner.
Yep, corner pressure here. Both players have more meter to work with now, and that's actually kind of big considering the changes, balance changes to counter switch. I don't remember the exact term for it, but your incoming character is actually now invulnerable to everything except 2H.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So it's actually a really safe switch move now.
Okay, that's good information. That was really, really great by Arby there. You can see he used the 2H and straight into level 3 for the combo finisher, gets a hard knockdown in the corner.
Forces out a sparking, so kind of double-edged sword. Gonna have to be very careful for the next like 10 seconds or so. However, gets a huge 2H again.
And considering his level 1 sparking, that damage is going to stick.
And it's gone. All sparking is the same, it's just time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Arby's stuck in the block string. Can he weather it? He's going to get clipped. Combo starter. We just lost sound, I think. Oh, no, you just muted him.
All right. So we can see there, right, if that was Brawly with a barrier somehow, I know it was just off knockdown, would have just been able to ignore all that pressure and be able to set up his own aggression.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And so like the power of fireballs, even like simple fireballs like Blue Vegeto's assist, very impactful. Just to keep you locked down for a bit.
Exactly.
This is the kind of game where the more you block, the more you're going to get hit.
Yeah, and you could see it there, all throughout that entire sequence. No gaps from DS Falco, not electing to use any kind of delay, just going for the block string and trying to force a mistake on Arby's part.
What I'm expecting to see a lot of in this top 8 actually is the kind of composure that we saw there to just keep blocking.
Yeah.
It's actually so hard in this game. You want to push buttons because you kind of have defensive options. They're most of the time not good enough in those kinds of situations.
It's a game that really, really favors the offense.
And in this case though, even when he managed to keep blocking like that, he still ended up getting hit. So we see there, the guard cancel actually being used because...
Get himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah, really wants to make sure that he's out of that corner, but now he's going to get clipped on the incoming.
Gonna lose a tiny amount of blue health here.
But every little bit of blue health matters in a game like this. You can tell that Falco is always just going to elect for that.
Especially since there is no more sparking on either side now. So the only way to recover blue health is in the back.
Yeah.
If he loses his character, which he's going to do now, alright, Nappa, whenever he loses health, that's it. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not coming back.
This is going to be a bad situation for RB. Not only is he down down 2 characters, he's down meter as well, and no sparking.
No comeback mechanics. So he's going to do this the honest way if he's going to do this. And one of the honest ways is the Cyberman on the ground there. Pressure.
Oh, there he goes. He thought he had a chance there. You could see that he was looking for that long animation finish from Super Saiyan Vegeta.
Yep. Using a mechanic that we don't see too often there. If you guard cancel with only one character, you get a vanish attack instead. So from a defensive position going into the offense.
Does not break the Dragon Rush. You can hear RB in the background mashing on that stick.
Not happy with how that turned out.
No.
However, there are still games to turn this around.
That was only the opener, and with a player like Falco, that kind of that opening game is something usually you just have to wipe from your mind. If you're playing the underdog in this situation, then you have to just be willing to weather that first barrage, I guess you call it, of offense, and then see what you can dig up from there. All right, going straight into the second game.
No stopping to think. No, we're just going in. Game
Setting
plan
up the
is being
barrier.
established again. And we can see that how powerful it is. He can just ignore that from full screen, set up his own offense. But
Great
Falco
patience
decided, yeah,
from
Falco
Falco.
decided that, oh, you want to do that? Okay, I'm just going to come in then.
He
And he wasn't quite ready.
It was interesting there because you could see Falco was willing to play defense until the barrier expired, and then as soon as the barrier expired, that's what got him in there.
Yep. One good thing to note about the barrier is, while it does just beat out all projectiles,
Yeah.
it goes away the moment a physical hit connects either way. If
Yep.
Broly makes a hit, or if he takes a block or takes a hit, it goes away. Gonna get the bring down.
Gonna bring him
corner.
back into the corner,
Yep.
set himself up.
Delayed wake up there on Dabi's side, just to kind of like see what the offense was going to be, set himself up for a more favorable position, but loses Broly anyway.
Unfortunately, Dabi's looking a little bit shook. You can see Falco getting away with multiple just standing lights.
Yeah, as I said before, it's really hard to keep composure and just keep blocking in this game. Vegito has one of the longer grounded strings in the game as well, and
You
it's
have to be
just
patient.
yeah. There are gaps, and if you're more familiar with it, you can definitely see it. He has a reverse beat point, and at that reverse beat, you can actually do something out of it.
Okay.
But it's about waiting for that moment. It's about knowing the matchup in the first place, because it looks quite tight until you actually experiment with it.
Yeah.
So whether or not you have that experimentation, that knowledge on your hands.
Same situation from DS Falco. Oh, great blocks from Abi. Avoiding the overhead, avoiding the assist. Not
Yeah,
gonna get
so right there,
converted. It takes
where
his
he
turn.
goes up and pushes his hand into the ground, that's actually enough of a gap for you to do certain moves. And it's actually kind of character dependent what options you have, but I believe at the very least you have Reflect.
Okay.
But it's scary. It's
Exactly,
very
yeah.
scary to do a button there, because what if he doesn't do that?
That was interesting by Falco. Even on the defense there, straight after his tech, you could see he went for buttons. Recognizing that Abi would try and push his advantage and catching him on the approach.
Yep. This is going to be big here.
I think that's it, yep. 7
No
bars
meter.
on deck. 2 characters in the back, sparking for both characters.
Very familiar situation, but on the flip side, both players do have sparking at their disposal this time.
Yeah.
And that can actually make a big difference, right? Because it is designed
As
to
a comeback mechanic,
yeah,
right?
and it increases the longevity of Nappa's full health bar so much, because all this blue health damage that he has is recoverable now.
Covering the approach. There we go, gets sparking off, so Abi going to recover some of this blue life, but going to get clipped by the 5L. Going to get taken into the corner.
Extremely active jab. Very slow to start up. It's one of the slowest jabs in the game, but it's so active and it hits so high as well. It's
Yeah.
basically as high as his head is. So even if you're kind of in the air, you can actually just get vacuumed into the
For
full hit.
sure. And his 5L is one of those moves that is going to spike you to make the combo confirm quite easy.
That's right. Goes into the hard knockdown here. That's a
Oh.
setup. No
Lays
bites.
out. I
no
don't think
takers.
Abi had done that all game, but Falco just recognizing the situation, waiting him out. Impressive patience.
I believe it's the kind of gut feeling of, fundamentally speaking, he's going to have to do something a bit drastic here.
Yep.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, that's our first winner side match over 2-0 in favor of DS Falco.
And of course, the moment we need players, they have taken, bathroom break.
Yeah. Lim running away.
Calming his nerves.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
Tassie representative, Lim. Let's try to get people's names up here correct, because I do believe Runis has a...
Hey,
Yeah,
yes, fruit
he does.
something.
Fruit Gang.
I think that's a Soul Calibur Discord thing.
Okay. It's fine, you can put it up.
This is Lim.
Fantastic. Well, while we're waiting for Lim to get properly sat down and set up, both players are at the station now. I believe, yeah, so I haven't seen Runis' team in a while, but it hasn't changed since last year. If anyone tuned in last year, is using the exact same team, I believe.
21 Trunks Vegito. Yep.
And I believe that Lim will be playing 17 Frieza and base Goku.
Yeah.
How? Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm sad Hit went by the wayside for him. I always associated Hit with Lim.
According to him, though, it's a super thematic team, which is like really sick.
Yeah.
Tournament of Power team, final 3 contestants. So
I'm about that nerd shit. I'm about it. I
if you can win, that's fine. That's great.
with a lore team.
But if you can win with style and a lore team, that is something.
Lim going for the Hit soundtrack. Gonna get that funky jazz in the background for Lim. Alright,
So
both players shaking hands for the game.
I believe Runas once upon a time played a bit of Frieza, so probably knows a bit about that character. But with the other two, who knows?
I think on the flip side, though, Sweet being an Android 21 main, Lim
gives Lim a bit of
experience.
matchup. So the point at least should be a bit comfortable, right? As comfortable as it can be.
Yeah.
As in, like, you're not gonna get too surprised by things that you see.
Yeah.
For in terms of Lim's case.
With this kind of team that with this kind of team that Runas is playing, you would expect that Lim knows what they're doing. So it's going to be honest victories on Runas' part if he wants to get anything started.
We'll say though, Android 21, Runas has said and proven that he has the touch of death.
Yeah.
So any 2M starter, I believe, is what he needs there. However, gonna
5L starter. I like to get Vegeta in there. Once Android 21, getting that life back. Are we going to see?
Very important in this game is the team management. Trying to maximize the amount of health your character has. It's not just 3 bars. It's 3 bars plus all the blue health you can regain back.
Yeah, exactly.
Leverage that to your advantage. And oh, Clash there coming out in favor of Lim.
Those 5 LLLs on most characters really give you that chance to win out in a Clash. Should see a death here. Yep.
Yep, goes into his
Toriyama face. Vegeta.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Getting spiked into the dirt. All right, Lim, quick lead. One thing that I have noticed about DBFZ in general, oh, here we go. Here's Runas' jam. This is Runas' Trunks LLL tech. We'll call it tech. Going for the cross up.
I mean, when it's good, it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Charging up.
The Spirit Bomb.
See, he wanted 17 to protect him there, but the assist is a bit finicky. It's kind of 50-50 which way it behaves, whether it works perfectly for you or it just does nothing like in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
Fortunately, in this situation, didn't actually do too much.
Great tech.
Huge tech. I believe Trunks' burst is still plus.
It is.
And so the presence of mind to go, I have to push a button to tech a Dragon Rush is huge. And
great 2H there.
Yeah.
You can see Lim went for the sparking, managed to get him off, realized that Runas would just press the advantage there, goes for the super dash, and he gets 2H for his trouble. Not going to kill there, but catches him with the...
So Frieza level 3 into the corner is extremely good because Frieza gets this huge Oki set, which he doesn't normally get, even with a level 3 mid-screen.
Great recognition from Lim there. Going to get hit. And you can see as well, with Lim's characters that are in the back, so much of that blue life that he was missing, it's already been recovered.
Yep. Blue health recovery is actually pretty sizable in this game. That was an unfortunate... I feel like that was a misinput. I don't think that was what he was actually going for.
I don't think he was going for Dragon Rush there. Down tech there, going to catch the assist.
Very
great
good
side switch and great block.
On both sides, right? That was an amazing side switch setup and an amazing block as well. Ooh, I managed to catch...
level 3 reversal.
Yeah. And it was pretty safe at that point. Runas was trying to match something, I think, but I believe he was committed to a move there, so nothing to be done.
Yep. All right, comfortable first game from Lim there, I'd say. Runas.
That was a big start as well. Managed to catch 21 in the air with a tag in. It's like...
Yep. You can see Lim is recognizing Runas' aggression and punishing him for it. However, whiffs the 2H there and is going to get punished for doing so.
Has a big combo at his disposal here. 21 is a combo machine.
Exactly. We're going to see at least half-life here.
Oops, sets up. Sets up.
Android 21 coming in, Lim getting the blue life back. Spiking down into the corner, going to get the sliding knockdown, and now put into a situation where Runas is forced to make the approach. Lim just corralling him in the corner, not even electing to approach himself. But
however,
Runas
gets caught.
Great reflect into the 2M. Alright.
Still bouncing. Kind of goes for the setup there. I'm pretty sure he could have had another small damage eke out there, but didn't take it. Yeah. Didn't take it. That's fine.
Take him up into the corner though. 3 bars on deck. Not going to be dead. 4 bars. This could be.
Should have death here. Just triple level 1. Should be pretty easy death.
Yep.
Pop. All right. Actually draws first blood in the second game.
Lim now with the character advantage. Let's see. Sorry. Runas with the character advantage. Let's see how Lim can handle it.
Dodges the pressure from Vegeta.
Lim trying to button out there.
Death Slicer is a great assist sometimes. What as you saw there is a huge weakness of it likes to hit the medium Death Slicer, which is not directly in front of your character. So you just have to eat a lot of pressure in a lot of cases when you need it to keep you safe. Worked out in his favor that time.
Once again, great defensive option from Runas there, using the reflect straight into the LLL to get himself out of the corner situation. But Lim catching
also
the
fights
hole
his way
in
out.
the delay. Yep. Both players really wanting to push the offense here. Neither player wanting to stay on defense for too long.
I get the feeling that Runas' ground corner setup isn't super tight yet because don't think it's common for you to be able to just jab your way out of that super easily, and it's a couple of occasions now where that has kind of happened. That was very fortunate. I believe he had a big combo opportunity there if he had, I don't think he had kill opportunity, to be fair, but he had a good amount of damage left on the table there, so it's very fortunate for Lim.
Great backdash from Runus there.
But this, I do believe, is a dead free. Oh no,
he drops
the combo. Commentator's curse, I'm so sorry.
2M from Runus there, trying to continue the combo. I'm going to get caught with the switch in for his trouble. Super dash, and Lim evens up the character score.
Alright.
Freezer in the back there with quite a lot of blue health. You know that Lim is going to want to keep Goku in here for a little bit, try and make sure that he can get that life back. But Runus now with the combo starter. 5 bars on deck, this could hurt.
This could hurt. Depending on how optimized his combo is, he actually has, he
drops it.
Might have been a reset actually, the way that went out, but it just kind of buttered off each other, and it worked out in Lim's favor in this situation.
Both players were sparking on deck here. Lim dropping the Rekka.
Runus not yet tempted to just sparking out of a pressure situation. Good reflect. Didn't want to take the pressure off the vanish.
That's a punish.
Guard cancel.
This should be a dead Freezer. Alright, 3 bars on deck and sparking Lim. However, Lim's in the unfortunate situation here with even with sparking, he could die off a combo starter.
Yep, because he's such low health and sparking's defensive capabilities really rely on the amount of blue health you have. Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be it. Interesting change from the devs, making Dragon Rush as an aerial move gives the sliding
splat.
knockdown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting a splat off it and kind of ensuring a super.
Yeah. Change the future, gonna get it, and this should be dead. Pop.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Runus fighting back. Not free at all.
No,
that was
absolutely
so hard fought on both sides. Could have swung either way, even at the last moments there.
Really interesting that both players finished the match with sparking.
Yep. Yeah, like, again, composure from Runus, I guess. Maybe he wasn't thinking about it, but I want to say composure in this case. He's like, no, I don't need the sparking on my 2 characters. I'll save it for when it counts, and it mattered in the end.
Really interesting there, watching Runus is dropping quite a few of the combos, but at the same time, Lim is getting caught from auto-corrected LLL combos a lot of the time, trying to go for fancy cross-ups and getting himself hit for the trouble.
Having active hitboxes pays off in this game.
Drops it.
No, I think he stopped it early so that he had a setup, because that looks like a better setup than when he does the ender. I'm not super sure about that, though.
This should be dead.
This should be dead.
This is unfortunate for Runus. Losing Android 21 this early is not a good, not good for his gameplay.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
Android 21 being such a mobile and powerful character. In terms of mobility, Android 21 is the one that can keep up with 17.
Yeah.
17's a hugely mobile character.
And it's that damage battery, really that ability to just like get the combo starter and then get damage. Lim electing to stay down there, avoiding the 50-50, and punishing the reflect there.
This game has been very aerial so far, so like Trunks does have the command grab level 3, which does a huge chunk of damage on deck, but probably won't end up being a huge part of this game just because of how aerial this game has been so far. Huge amount of blue health taken away there.
Lim with just unstoppable momentum there. You could see catching the character swap in with Android 17 shield, following up with 2H, dropping his combo there.
Very unfortunate there, very too late there.
And again,
however,
Lim is catching onto these reflects and really just punishing Runus for doing so.
Making up for it.
1 sec.
All right. Down to the final character here, Runus. Not super tempted to sparking yet. It's fine. Actually able... Actually bounced off of 17's assist and didn't take damage and managed to find a hit. Has a bit of the an opportunity to do some damage here. It's not going to kill, but even with the sparking damage.
It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt. Doesn't even get the setup because it's done in the air. His final flash doesn't get the hard knockdown, so he was able to flip out early. But he brings Base Goku back in, gets the Dragon Rush. That was next level Yomi play.
That was nice. Dragon Rush on entry.
Sparking is still going, but can't be that much more left on it.
We are at the stage where there is 1 Dragon Ball remaining.
Runus was actually practicing Shenron combos before
catches him there. Started. This is going to be it. No.
Yep.
Okay, so full sparking, 1 full character versus no sparking.
If Runus gets Shenron, he is going for extra spark.
Catches him on the drop.
I believe he doesn't have enough here, but it depends on how optimized. He will have the setup though. DP out, respectable. Missed that. That was so close to being the 7th Dragon Ball. This could still be it.
Super dash, gonna correct there.
Up, on the ground. Goes up. Dash forward, then back. That slicer. Catches him. This could be Shenron. Nope, doesn't. I believe that's not Shenron now. He needed to do the H to good. Yeah.
Alright, both characters. No sparking. Gonna catch him cross
Full
stage.
screen. No, that's just the medium. I thought that was the EX Death Slicer, but no, that was actually just a medium.
Great play by Lim. Cool it did.
Good stuff. So
winners finals now.
No.
Is going to be sorry,
yeah,
I mean
sorry.
later. But winners finals now is going to be DS Falco versus Lim as we jump into our losers bracket. So we have Dread Tech versus Emo Forte coming up first.
So neither Da Beast or Runus, who we just saw are out yet. We'll be able to see more of them in the loser's side. But for now, we're attempting to put up the myriad letters that precedes Dread Tech's name.
There's a few.
There is just a few.
And who's he playing against? Forte? Does Forte have a sponsor?
Yes, EMO.
Emo.
Yeah. Bear with us as we get the stream EMO.
Oh, EMP.
Yep.
I just decided I'd make up a cooler tag for him. Alright, we have Dread Tech on our P1 side, Forte on our P2 side. Both players.
Fist bump?
Fist bump before the game. Respect.
Respect.
Shoutouts to Acute Kitten and to Bottles Os in our chat.
I do not believe there are any Majin Buu players today from memory.
I don't think so.
I do not believe there were any in bracket total.
Okay.
So, a bit unfortunate. It's a very interesting character to watch.
Interesting is a word we could
But,
use for it.
you know, let's hope that maybe Lim gets an opportunity to show off more 17 stuff. We get to see... I like Gohan combos. They're a bit overdone, but it's very straight lines as opposed to the diagonals that we see a lot in this game.
It's interesting too for me that interesting characters like Gohan are so reviled in the community just by prevalence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are both fairly straightforward teams. We know what to expect. Well, both players will kind of know what to expect from each other.
Yeah, there's not going to be much jank going on here.
You know, having said that,
Forte getting it started on Dread
both
Tech.
of these teams have the opportunity to do lots of dirty stuff, right? So, 18 on her side has the ability to call 17 and kind of have like this weird mix-up where she's kind of trying to cross you up and stuff. Yamcha is going to be the big playmaker for Dread Tech, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see straight away here with Forte, thanks to some inopportune character switches on Dread Tech's part, we're going to see very rapidly both characters without much blue life at about half health.
Lots of pressure here. Yamcha really keeping a grounded assist locked down. Gets the hit into 2H.
Forte
Should have a kill here. Yep, just go straight for the level 3. No risks.
Not going to kill though.
Not going to kill. Yeah, maybe it was scaled too much. Probably was scaled too much based on how it started.
Forte went for the reflect there and going to get Dragon Rush to his trouble. Going to reset. Now, Dread Tech, 0 bars. So, 0 bars versus 4 bars. There is damage on deck for Forte if he can get the hit.
And Gohan on Dread Tech side, definitely within range of dying to a single hit here.
So, here we say, this is going to be it.
Gets the charge level 1. I seem to recall that Dread Tech preferred a level of Gohan. Is that why he would have avoided...
I think so.
Yeah.
From memory, yeah, Dread Tech does not like his level Gohan. Alright, gonna get a hit started on Forte's part. Dread Tech gonna go to half health and gonna end up in the corner. Combo drops though, unfortunately. Dread Tech electing for the 5H in the air as he falls.
Even with characters being even, this meter advantage is actually wide enough that Forte represents a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's it.
Doesn't matter if you can't connect it, because you know you need to be able to land the hits to cash in that damage.
But having that kind of meter on deck is always just playing on the back of your mind.
At the very least, it gives him a couple of vanishes to just kind of play with.
Yeah.
You can just throw out a vanish here and there, not feel too bad about it. If it lands into a block, he gets advantage if they're both on the ground.
Yep.
And it's a huge deal because pressure, as we've seen in this game, goes a long way.
You can see there, Dread Tech electing to go for the character swap, and then immediately afterward, Forte doing the same. Both players with a fresh character on the screen. Dread Tech going to bring Super Saiyan Vegeta back in.
Maybe
there's just so much meter.
There's a lot of, and there's so many swapping going on, like hard tags as well.
2H from DRAGONBALL, going to call out that Vanish and going to get some solid damage. Level 1 might be enough.
Might be enough here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, just mashing. Doesn't need to worry about any kind of setup after this. Yamcha has no meter to do anyway. Kills.
Okay, DRAGONBALL with one character in the background, getting that Yamcha on deck, and you can see Forte struggling to deal with it so far.
Forte already fallen prey once to the Yamcha side switch Rekka. Whether or not that's something he's super practiced with, we'll see. Delayed wake up, yeah, delayed wake up into the low. Standing low is always deceptive. Caught, but didn't get any kind of damage off it, unfortunately. Sparking's burning here. Wants to make something happen as soon as possible.
You can see Forte as well, really electing to stay down on a lot of these hits. Does not want to get up, does not want to stand up into the trap, and so instead stays on the ground. Alright.
Committed a bit too hard. He actually did the slow one instead of the command fireballs in order to be able to react, but was still a bit too committed to be able to react to the super dash.
Unfortunate there on Forte's part. DRAGONBALL, man, that was messy.
Both players getting, yeah, a bit of an unfortunate mix there, but ultimately the player with the more health to work with for these mistakes to matter was able to take it. So
yeah.
DRAGONBALL goes up by 1.
It was such a strange situation there too, because you could see even Forte didn't recognize the situation. DRAGONBALL dropping the combo and then going for the level 1 super, and the level 1 super catching.
Just whiffing, and then he stands up into the
level 1 super and getting hit, yeah.
That was I did not expect that's a side swap, but Forte on the ball. That's why he's up there and I'm not. And
yeah.
just blocked it accordingly.
Forte ready.
Very ready.
Alright. I think with the super dash, that was brilliant on DRAGONBALL's part. Going for the backdash and then immediately going for that 2M slide, getting himself into a position where he forced his opponent to whiff and then immediately afterward punished him for doing so.
Mediums have so much forward momentum in this game that if you decide that I'm gonna throw out an LL because it's pretty active, a medium can stuff it out from pretty far away.
Yeah. And DRAGONBALL going for the 1-1 DHC.
First character down. Character advantage again, meter disadvantage, but last game it didn't matter. Forte couldn't capitalize on it, so we'll see what kind of adaptation he's going for.
That's exactly it. And you can see it's a commanding character position that DRAGONBALL is in. Even though he's up a character, he's up almost a full character. And there we see why Yamcha assist is so good. That
got locked down for the entire time.
And that long active frame.
Yeah.
Forte thought he was out of it, and then just the last hit.
As far as he knew, I can imagine the thought process of, oh, I have blocked the assist. I'm just going to hold up because he's going to try and come at me. But by the time he was actually done, Yamcha, Vegeta was there to land a hit. I also will say that I really like that Dread is so comfortable playing with Vegeta on screen because he's actually a really capable character. A lot of people like that capability for, very unfortunate there.
So
barely
whiffed supers from both players. DRAGONBALL just before with the drop level 3, and now Forte doing the same.
Yeah, Vegeta's actually an extremely capable character, and like the DP in a neutral situation is extremely valuable.
Yep.
A lot of people like that for Anchor, but DRAGONBALL's very happy to play that in his neutral throughout his entire team, leveraging all the blue health that Vegeta earns back by being in neutral. So it's really, really smart here. Yeah, Vegeta's right back in because he's so comfortable with that character. I think it's one of the best calls for the way his team is comprised.
Yeah, he really gets a lot of mileage out of the character. Instead of being a straight anchor and he's forced to play 2v3 for most of the match until he goes for that anchor character, he's just playing.
He has 3 characters.
Yeah, 3 anchors.
It's really good stuff.
Drops the combo, unfortunate.
18 provides some kind of protection, but Dread was happy to be at full screen anyway.
This should be there, the semi no drop combo.
Yeah, we have been cursing them a bit here.
And again, gonna catch him backdashing and getting flipped by the untrue assist here. Both players sparking on deck, half health Android 18 with sparking.
Very tough position for Forte to fight out of,
dash
though.
from the super dash, DRAGONBALL burning through both his assists now. Gonna get the guard cancel.
As volatile as this game is, because of the reset between characters, you can't set up. So even in the situation for Forte, he's already set up. He already stood up. He already stood up before the combo ended. Alright, DRAGONBALL goes pretty clean in that second game. 2-0.
Yeah, you can see Forte at some point really just started to give up there.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up we're going to have Sweeb and Gerald. Gerald, one of our long-lasting players. Sweeb, Hobart.
Yep. I might have to go up and call the match, so I'll be right back.
Yep. Ooh, excuse me. How are we, stream? Can we get some wonderful little reacts in the chat to tell us how you're going? Yeah, can we get the shout out for the Tassie boys? We've got a Tassie team kill here, even if one of them is Launceston, which barely counts. Alright, Gerald going to be our P2, Sweep on P1. Good luck to both of our players today. Alright, chat. While we're waiting around for Sweep, going to do a quick run through. Shout out to our sponsors. So, while Sweep is making his way up to the stage, shout out to our sponsors: Cooldown Esports Lounge, Pizzarazzi, Myriad Game Studios, Red Bull Esports, Area 52, Salty Studios, Fire Ant Marketing, and Banjo's Bakery Cafe. Thank you to all our sponsors for TFC4 for making what we're doing today able to happen. Alright, and Sweep has made his way to the stage, so let's get into it. Bottles, what is this horrific emote you're putting in that chat?
Both players just setting up real quick. I believe Gerald is... Yeah, Gerald is our only pad player.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh. Shout out to the
8.
pad players as one of the degenerates myself.
Pad warriors.
Yeah.
Come out and show your support.
Show your support for desyncing your pads, please.
Yes,
Don't give us a bad name.
Be responsible.
Be responsible. Be a responsible pad user.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
So I believe these two have met prior, not super often, but they met in the team's 2v2 Dragon Ball FIGHTERZ tournament on Friday, DIY. I believe Sweep just took it.
Okay, just like it was close?
No, as in just took it.
Okay.
But I'm not super sure about how close the details were. I'm pretty sure that's the result.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we'll
Goku
see
Black
if
theme, we're going to have some holy music in the background.
See if there's any adaptation on Gerald's side. A team not to be reckoned with. I do remember seeing this now that I see the base Vegeta on point. He likes to use his level 3 because he likes the Oki setup off of it.
Okay.
And it's definitely something to keep in mind because with base Vegeta's level 3 hard knocks you down for so long, you feel like you should have gotten up by then, and then you're not thinking about what the setup is. However, has to land that hit first. Android 21?
One thing I am interested to see is, as far as I'm aware, Android 16 was nerfed in previous patches, so seeing someone stick with him, it'll be interesting to see what we can get started and what's been changed.
So what really changed with 16 is that he's not as solid on the Oki anymore. You have a lot more wake-up options, but the damage is still very real, as we can see here.
It was really interesting to see that too, with the large hitboxes of Android 17. As he got tagged in there, he was able to throw out the aerial A.
Yeah.
Or the aerial A as he was falling back, getting that light and clipping. Sweep not checking the Dragon Rush. That is a character straight off the bat. Gerald taking
Beautiful opening
lead.
from Gerald there.
Sweep putting on his serious face.
Serious face. Sweep's definitely a player who plays from the heart. This could end up mattering in terms of his mental stamina.
Yeah, best of 3 is also a scary situation when you're in a tournament like this.
Volatility. If you just have a team that can burst someone down without them really catching on, even if it's punishable, you might not be good enough. However,
it's the difference between a tournament and a deathmatch character, I guess. A lot of people in more 3D games, that's what people would say. In this kind of situation, though, the team really matters. You can see Sweep dropping combos. That's damage on the table. And Gerald not doing the same. Going to complete his combo, finish his food. Sweep only with a slight meter advantage from Struggle as well. Gerald going to get the level 1?
3. No, this is 3
level 3
for the hard knockdown.
Yeah, okay.
So
he's got the setup
Gerald
in
likes the
corner.
hard knockdown setups.
Okay, what do we got in the corner? Sweep blocking it.
Yep, good stuff. Recognizing.
Assists, delay, and that's going to be the end of it. Sweep getting clipped after using the 2L.
One thing that does matter, but probably won't come into play too much, 16 does have a token amount of armor on his standing heavy, both in the air and on the ground.
Yeah.
And that can play a difference. He's a giant truck of a hitbox. It's not as powerful as it used to be. It's definitely been nerfed. It still exists, definitely. Anchor Saiyan Goku is good anchor, don't get me wrong. Also, we see here again, hard knockdown off the level 3.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So we're going to get that hard knockdown and what's for breakfast. All right, so we're going to get him with a 2L on the starter.
I think
it's not going to be an enormous amount of damage, especially with that VHC on deck, but we are going to get a corner situation. Sweep electing to give out the corner in favor of the damage here. I respect that at the moment.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of meter to burn, right? So if you end up with too much meter, you can't gain meter. So you want to spend it.
Great Oki there too. Catches him with the 2M setup on Oki.
Don't need the corner, yeah? Yep. Fantastic. Has Sparking to work with. Sparking increases meter gain by up to like 50%. So Going to be able to make back a lot of the meter that he just spent there if he can get his combos going.
This is exactly what Seb needed if he wanted to start a comeback. He still has the blue life on deck. He has sparking. He is against a half-health Android 16, but he does get clipped. He's only got 1 bar. He really needs to get that sparking out of there if he really wants to make this comeback.
There we go.
Sparking, going to gain that blue health back, and now he's putting himself in an offensive position.
Very awkward hitbox interaction there.
Level 3 on deck. This could be a dead character.
Look at how much meter he built there. He started that with almost 2. Oh, yeah, almost 2. Like, it wasn't a complicated, complex combo. Built up to 4 bars.
This is what Super Saiyan Goku is often used for, though, right?
Battery.
Battery,
yeah. Huge deal.
Both players, Super Saiyan Goku, we got the Ditto. It's going to be interesting. This could be a very tumultuous situation for Sweeb here. Gonna
blocks the overhead. Big deal. A lot of players, especially if you're not familiar with Goku matchups, you just eat that. Big damage.
Sweeb going for... Oh, here we go, level 3. Sparking. Oh, he dropped it.
Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Sparking, though. Gerald does not want to put himself in a dangerous situation. He really wants that sparking there. If he does get hit, going to gain the life right back. Sweeb backdashing.
If Sweeb lands a hit, his goal is not damage. It's to extend the combo as long as possible to burn out sparking time here. However, that's not going to come into play. Gerald takes the first game.
Grounded 2H on Gerald's part, catching Sweeb as he goes for the delay. All right.
There's a couple of like small things there, and I'm wondering whether or not he's noticing them. For example, Gerald was willing to just 5H on round start with 16. Yep. That's something that is hugely punishable. Yeah. Like, that's actually a huge risk here because he didn't call an assist behind it either. So is that something that you just jump back for on 16 now? Is that something you look out for? You know, there's a couple of like small interactions there where that could make the big difference. Half a character's health, for example.
And I like this. Sweeb icing his opponent, taking the time out, takes a drink, then goes to character select, then gets back into the game.
There was a small pop off there. He's definitely proud of what he's done there, and as well he should be. Yeah. Very good decision making there, taking the hard knockdowns, taking the setups, putting Sweeb in a lot of pressure situations where he just has to block.
And really consistent combos to boot. You could see every time he got a hit there, he was converting. I saw one drop level 3 that entire match. The rest of it was all just damage on the table, damage taken.
Yeah, absolutely. However, has to contest with a 21, which he didn't last time. So he doesn't get the immediate hit on 21 here. Let's see how he play against the neutral.
I'd say it would not be a pretty controversial statement at all to say that Android 21 is Sweeb's best character.
And that played a big part in like the kind of attempt to reel back momentum on Sweeb's part last time. But that actually was a beautiful setup. Using the crossover with the hit and the assist call.
Yeah, and that 5H starter is going to make this a damaging combo. Level 3.
Chooses to go for the reset, actually gets it. Not sure if that was necessarily a setup there.
Yeah, I think it was just playing pressure. Went for the double empty jump into the Dragon Rush, seeing Gerald freeze up a little bit and going to finish him off.
I do think that Gerald did a delayed wake up there though. So, you know, no, that wasn't delayed?
He didn't do any kind of delayed wake up
there.
Okay, cool. I think it was just
It was just mistimed setups on Sweeb's part? Yeah, fair enough then. Oh, that's hate to see that kind of thing happen. Whipped completely and allows 16 like so dangerous. He brings you back to the ground into his home and just hard knockdown setup here.
Hard knockdown setup. You're in the corner, and you don't have much health left. Let's see what Sweeb can do. Gonna get clipped, and this should be a dead character.
It's very big.
Oh, drops it.
Didn't have meter.
Sweeb get Android 21 out. He can. Okay, so that's a lot of blue life that's going to be coming back, and a DHC opportunity that Sweeb is
being able to go back to nearly half health is going to be big. Does he going to take the... He does. He takes a snapback, kills all of that blue health.
Oh, level 3. Sweeb not willing to give up that character. You could see he was waiting for the aggression. Thought the Gerald would get greedy, get any option to kill that Android 21 and punishing.
It was a very aggressive situation for 16 to be in.
No punish on that 5A. Sweeb would be kicking
really good decision by Sweeb because, you know, takes back control of the match. However, also really good decision by Gerald. It was a raw level 3, which means all the damage was blue. Immediate sparking to take all of that back, resets the pressure, and then found his own hit on the very, very weak 21.
All right, Sweeb dropping the Bardock combo. Gonna catch him.
Yep. Advantage frames from the assist there, allowing Bardock to land the hit. Bit iffy, but ends up getting another reset hit into a full combo here with that should have been a super, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Sweeb up backing just before as well, meaning that the Android...
The armor actually came into play.
Yeah, it did. You could see just before, Gerald using the Android 21 5H and Sweeb up backing at the same time, meaning that he does not get the opportunity for a punish.
Hard knockdown again.
In the corner once more.
Just goes for the grab. Ooh, slightly misses it. So that was like That was an ambiguous range. I don't actually blame him super much for doing that. If you're not super experienced with the character, there is a threshold where you have to go for the light instead of the medium up grab to continue there. And that was just at the point where he had to go for the light. Gets caught by the 5H there, that's right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was 5H. So, Gerald there, round start, went for the level 3 as a reversal, and then immediately, as soon as he got any kind of control of his character back, was bashing 5H, ready for Sweep to approach.
Armor.
This is an interesting situation to me. Sweep at a slight life disadvantage, but has sparking and 5 bars of meter on deck, whereas Gerald has 2 bars of meter and a full health character.
In terms of players of equivalent skill, I would 100% bet on the player with sparking and meter here.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Drops a combo.
Yeah, drops a combo.
7 bars. Sweep has so much damage on deck here. Gonna get 2H for his trouble though.
Beats it.
Gerald recognizing the situation, gonna punish Sweep for it. Drops it.
Not gonna be able to kill, by far. However, doesn't have that much health to work with now.
No punish, loses the momentum.
Gets hit by the overhead. Ooh.
Once again, there we go, delays. That's going to be it.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, drops it.
Giving him a chance at life here. This is do or die for Sweep.
Make it back. Vanish. One hit's going to be all it takes. Sweep dropping that 5-0.
Yeah, he's being extra cautious now. He didn't just want to commit to something like that. Good block on the overhead there.
5-0 going to stop out the overhead. Sweep. That was, I wouldn't say comfortable, but convincing.
Yeah. It showed much more character knowledge of, like, they shared one character in Goku, and I feel like Gerald knew more about how to play that mirror.
Yep.
And while Sweep probably had a better 21, didn't get a chance to show it,
Exactly.
and like the 16, the control of 16 that Gerald had.
I think 16 was the standout character of that match.
Which is not something that
you hear anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very good decision from DreadTech to forget all of the pad devices here.
So what do we got? It's CWTT.
Oh, MMTTCW.
MMTTCW.
Yeah, MMTTCW.
Melbourne Melee, TT is...
His shop, which I don't remember the name of.
Tom Thumb, and
Thumb
CW
and
is
Couch
Couch
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yep.
We have DreadTech versus The Beast.
INF The Beast.
My name is Kevin, and I would like to invite you to...
Big bodies on The Beast's side.
That is an imposing team. Just, I don't know. I've seen that movie.
They flex.
Yeah. It looks like a scene from like The Warriors or something. Just a real scrawny guy in the middle and 2 buff dudes on either side being like, you ain't touching him. Alright, DreadTech and Albi. Shit talk starting already.
Shit talk starting already. So, the Brawly, we'll see if he still goes for the Brawly barrier.
I feel like DreadTech's team, unless Vegeta is on point, is not the kind of team where you're worried about the barrier.
Like, Vegeta assist, still powerful, but not as useful in neutral anymore. And a lot of people, the game's been out for so long, and it was so oppressive for so long that a lot of people developed movement around that assist.
Yep.
But if barrier happens to be up, 100% an advantage for you as the Brawly player.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's worth it setting up in the beginning here while you're, because you lose initiative for neutral if you set up that barrier.
Both players are like in the back.
Yeah. So goes for the projectiles instead. Actually went for the barrier setup there. Catches him.
Yeah, you can see the Beast there trying to chase and DreadTech punishing him for doing so, stuffing the approach.
And a big part of it is, again, big bodies don't have health advantage. They don't have vitality advantage. They just have size disadvantage. Very good. Super patient there, waiting for DreadTech to do a super dash.
2H. And you can see he gets Broly straight out of there, wants that blue life back, and he's going to try and carry this combo forward.
Oh, slight drop there. But keeps the momentum.
That cross-up was
dirty. Very, very dirty.
Yep. And that's going to be...
Splat into the kill. Gohan goes down.
Alright, so the Beast with a character advantage very quickly.
Vegeta not quite mirror.
You could see just before, with that kind of situation, you know that Dread wanted that character out of there, and Arby really did not take any of the pressure off at any point, making sure that he would not have a chance to get that blue life back.
Not sure how much experience both of these players have for this game, because
They used to play a lot.
Yeah, but I can confidently say it's not their main game.
Yeah, for sure.
So whether or not they have the guard cancel tech down to be able to safely call in, so not necessarily safely, but to get an invincible call in, something to keep in mind, because there's a lot of meter to work with on both sides here.
Okay, this could be a dead character. 4 bars of meter on the Beast side.
Slight drop of combo there. Not sure what he was going for. I'm trying to think.
But by the overhead, going to super dash in response, and super dashes the dragon. But the dragon
that was a bit scrambly.
Yep.
But the Beast comes out on top in that situation. Someone wins a scramble. That's how it always works out.
Yeah.
Someone wins a scramble.
I really love that by
Huge.
DRAGONBALL. Yeah, huge. Just EX Wolfang Fist. And just before, you can see Arby trying to press his advantage in the air, and DRAGONBALL using the aerial H on Yamcha's part to keep him out. That large extended hitbox really giving him the space he needs.
Hard knockdown, but too far away to do anything other than set up kind of fireball pressure. Goes for the grab, gets it. Big combo here. Should have a lot of damage on deck. If he decides to burn Sparking, he might have a kill here, depending on how well he knows this. If he's super familiar with it. No, this
Level
actually
3.
still might kill.
This might kill, yeah.
Probably.
Broly's level 3, stupid damage. Not
quite. Scaled a bit too much.
Gets clipped by the projectile, but it's not enough to kill him.
Yeah.
2 edge.
Big. So smart.
You could tell he was waiting.
Yeah, it was bait. That was hook, line, and sinker.
Projectiles.
Yeah.
Have some projectiles, more projectiles, more projectiles, until he gets sick of it.
Yeah. And Broly has the ability to keep throwing the fireball as well, the small projectile as well, and he just decided to tap, which means that he knew his plan was I want a 2 H's.
Yeah,
he's gonna dash in.
He wants that super dash.
So that's an interesting one. A thing that just happened there is that since Broly's tall, his jab not good at like lows and stuff, but can actually anti-air sometimes.
Yeah,
Caught him ever so slightly there.
Okay.
Awkward Broly limbs there. Oh, was ready for the counter switch out.
You think
Gonna take him back.
massive guy would be able to punch more than 2 inches away?
Well, there you go. Gohan down all of that health. Gets caught by the standing light. Standing low. Yeah, standing light, which is low.
Standing light low?
Yep.
Alright, level 3.
So a big key part of DRAGONBALL's game plan here is he just doesn't want to level up Gohan. He's very much comfortable with level 0.
Interesting situation here too, because DRAGONBALL happy to go to 0 bars of meter.
Definitely a team that can use quite a bit of it in a lot of variety of situations. Damage being not necessarily the best, but and honestly, the Beast isn't hurting that much.
Yeah, exactly.
For taking level 3, Broly's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. It's a bit of a strange situation too, because DRAGONBALL's team, I do wonder who the battery is meant to be for him.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
With how comfortable he plays it, it's Vegeta.
But at the same time, is Vegeta the best battery to have? He's in this situation where I'm often finding watching DRAGONBALL's game, he is hurting for
Struggling to get meter? Yeah.
He really wants more of it. Alright, this should be a dead
We'll get
Broly.
a dead Broly here though, so
yeah.
It's at least working out here.
Character advantage.
Character advantage. Nothing to be sneezed at. Basically even meter. Yep. Yamcha allowed that pressure to go on for so much longer than people are comfortable with normally. Gets the low. No, you gotta hit from the high. Yeah.
So DRAGONBALL going to. This should be another dead
Second
character. 2 bars a meter.
Yep. Actually goes up to level 1.
Level 1. Willing to go up to level 1 in order to kill the character.
That's the way you do it.
Nappa sparking 4 bars. Can Arby make this comeback?
Arby very fond of actually using Cyberman. Yep. Planted.
INF to Beast is in this. He's in a strange situation because.
Oh, DRAGONBALL may not have been ready for that.
That was a bit unfortunate for the Beast, though. You could see the Cyberman explosion there stuffed up his combo.
Yeah. However, the Cyberman did stop the combo from stop the pressure from Vegeta, I should say.
Yeah. All right, slaps level 3.
Should be a kill. No, not quite. Wow.
Not great damage.
Stare down.
Good delay. Great delay there.
Abi flinched first, but was rewarded for it there.
Yeah.
I think they both used the same strength move at about the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if DRAGONBALL actually up backed.
Oh, actually, that's possible. Yeah.
He did only get clipped. All right, sparking on deck. DRAGONBALL using the super dash in the corner to establish pressure.
With sparking on, that super dash has a lot more pressure because you don't get pushed back as far. Just pressuring him down. Dretek, good presence of mind. You just keep blocking there. Catches him. 2H again. That should be the end of Gohan.
Bye.
Uses 1 meter for Vanish there just to guarantee that. Not a huge loss for the Beast there.
Yeah, Dretek still is sparking online.
And full health, right? So that's huge because if he activates it early enough, all the blue health's going to just keep coming back and coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Both players are
gets the overhead.
equivalent in meter.
Good
Great
reflex. Neither player has been pulling too much of that out so far yet, so that was huge there. Takes the corner pressure, plants the Cyberman.
Gonna get the
Good
sparking.
presence of mind. He knew he was going to go for sparking, so he just went in and blocked. Didn't have a setup to punish it, but doesn't matter, right? He didn't get pushed off. Pressure was maintained there.
Exactly. And you can see the Cyberman now still on deck.
Unfortunately, again, ruined that combo, but catches another 2H. Run here, not going to have anything to kill, so chooses to go for the Oki follow-up instead.
Guard cancel, gonna get hit by the Yamcha Wrecker, side swapping up.
Yeah, that's happened to me a number of times before. You go for the Vanish, and then Yamcha decides to do the Wreck up. Vanish into it.
Dretek dropping the combo.
Oh gosh,
Both
so
players,
close.
No sparking.
Oh, good side switch block.
And that's a punish.
He committed too hard. He might have had Vanish there, but I'm imagining at that point, the Beast was just waiting.
Getting the level 1 kill here.
Level 1. Yep. So, Pixel.
Does the job.
That was actually so clutch on both player sides, to be completely honest there. Yeah. Dretek, a very unfortunate slight error.
Yep.
But good showing, I think.
Yeah, I really like that. Dretek really showed a lot of signs of life towards the end there. And take these off, they're so loud in my ears.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so who we got up next?
Runus, Fruit Gang Runus versus Gerald.
So.
Now, we saw Runus in winner's side. Was not super
Convincing.
Yeah, not super convincing, but at the same time
showing that's the thing with a player like Runus. Runus against someone like Lim versus Runus playing against someone like Gerald or Sweep,
where he can get his set play going.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
Runus is going to have so much momentum behind set play, so whether or not Gerald can keep that momentum off, keep that set play from happening, is going to dictate how much space he has to work with.
Yep.
And he might be the kind of player that works out for it because he likes to go for the hard knockdowns when he gets a chance.
Yep.
Might be the kind of thing that just stalls enough momentum to make a difference.
That's it. And you can tell with different teams, the teams reflect the play style in a game like this quite a lot of the time. You can see with players like Gerald who want that Oki situation again and again, if he's playing a team which enables that, then it can really stall out players like Runus who really want to have you so quickly guessing that you never actually get the calls.
And in terms of that Oki situation, Gerald has the advantage that he's not reliant on one character for it.
Yep.
Either Vegeta or 16 sets that up in a situation that he feels very comfortable with.
So even if he loses a character, he still has
it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. Whereas where Sweep just lost 21.
And then was done.
Yeah, and it felt like he wasn't too sure on how to get the momentum started anymore.
The Bardock wasn't. The Bardock and the Goku were not as convincing.
And that's also another point of comparison between Runus and Sweep here. Both use 21 point. Runus is not going to be as reliant on 21 to stay alive.
Runus
His
is pretty happy with the Trunks.
Is going to do a lot of work if given the space to start hitting buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
Change the future, extremely plus. I think not quite as plus now, but still I believe it's a plus move.
Alright, what are we going to have to round open? Both players
immediately jump dash.
Accent.
And 21, slightly better in that situation there. Or maybe Runus just believed earlier, hit the button sooner. Lets him go. I feel like that was a let him go situation there.
Aerial heavy flash. As both players just wanting that offense to happen. Gerald, able to 2H, just grounded 2H. Gonna catch Runus. Level 1.
Goes for the Gallic Gun. Right,
Yes,
brings in 17. So importantly, safely swaps out character and heals up Vegeta, but
2H.
On wake up. That's not safe. That's not safe.
That's not safe. Okay,
that is
happy birthday here. This is going to be a lot of damage. If Gerald can capitalize, then this is going to be so painful. So, gonna wait for the blue life.
That is actually, that's so smart. He did the blue life in the same combo. Did the blue life to Trunks, immediately takes it out as damage, reflects all the Trunk
double
L pressure.
Into the 5H, and this should be
100%.
a dead character.
As long as he doesn't drop this, which...
He doesn't.
Ooh, and he's gonna be meter. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. The risk paid off there. goes up first character. He is here on form today.
He's here to play.
Beautiful, beautiful decision making.
All right, this
Could be it as well. Doesn't have as much meter to work with. So goes for the reset. Barely.
Oh,
Barely.
So,
out of range there.
Grab. Had the right idea, just the wrong distance. Going to get 2 Ace for his trouble zone, and this should be a dead 16.
And you can tell Runus may have froze there because he just didn't do anything. Because you could just hit at a button. You would have hit him like didn't do anything.
There in front of you. Vegeta.
Okay, interesting vanish here. So one of the things is Gerald has always been super liberal with his meter usage.
Yep.
Might be coming back to haunt him here.
Interesting interaction there though. You're seeing a lot of like, I'd call it not to be too mean, but day one stuff like vanish into super dash here, and neither player punish it.
Yep.
Okay, gonna catch him with the falling 2L. Gonna like 4. Yep. Swap the character and try and finish off that angle.
Finish off 21. This feels familiar.
Yep.
Except this time,
I've seen
Vegeta's
this
dead.
Brunus looking at, just looking at Sweep, just seeing what Sweep did and realizing, yep.
Yeah, this is invincible incoming after they snap me in and want to be offensive. Seems like a pretty good deal.
Okay, up back manages to get Gerald out here, and he should have the kill here. Pop.
Yep, easy.
1 barometer. Both players in a very, very equivalent position. Approximately even health characters, both with almost the exact same amount of meter and with sparking on deck.
I would say Vegeta has better tools in this matchup.
Yep.
But play it well and it goes your way.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be it. I think this is just going to be played. Okay. Sparking. Okay, both players.
Very respectful.
Yep.
Oh, had the right idea, but preempted it. He preempted it. It wasn't a read or reaction. It was just preempted.
Feels like he was up there to cut him off. Level 1.
Not gonna do much.
Hard knockdown. There's a big meter differential between these two players at the moment.
And that's it.
Sparking. Gonna give Runus the ability to super dash and then go for the falling lights.
So what I feel really happened there after Runus lost his first character is he kind of adapted. It felt like he started to go, oh, this is your, this is your, okay, I'll do this now. Yep. So whether or not Gerald now has a counter adaptation, let's see.
It's going to be a matter of Runus has reacted to the first level of play Gerald can provide. Now, can Gerald react? Can Gerald adapt quick enough to deal with Runus's adaptation?
Conversely, you do have another option here. Play your game plan so well that even when he has reacted, he's still going to get hit. Because it's not like Runus isn't getting hit anymore.
Great reflect into the 5H there. Another perfect example of what you were saying. Drops the combo though. Both of these players are going to be lamenting the damage left on the table.
Even if it wasn't too much more damage, because it wasn't that much more at that point, the set play that you get from finishing your combo is super important. Because when you go back to neutral like that, it's just a scramble situation.
Yep.
Forced early sparking on Gerald's side here.
However, it might work out in Gerald's favor. We saw last game, Trunks did not get to play the role. If Runus gets a chance to get that Trunks in this match, then it will really, really stifle the role. But at the same time, Runus doing a good job of keeping his character alive, managed to get Trunks out of there.
So where Runus versus Lim was very aerial, 16 is a grounded. So there is room for the Trunks level 3 command grab, and this should be it for 21 here.
Level 1, and just to be safe.
2 on deck if needed. Didn't need it, but it's fine. Safe and sorry.
You don't hit the Runus.
No, absolutely not. Not at this point in tournament, right?
Runus with almost 7 bars of meter.
He's gonna look to use it soon. So at this point, he's wasting meter.
Great jump back. Gonna get Gerald over the head and gonna avoid the Dragon Rush and pull him up into the air for the full combo. Runus does have Sparky on deck and 7 bars of meter. It'll be interesting to see when he elects to use those resources. Going to get oh, that was incredible.
Again, he preempted something as opposed to reacted to it.
Yes.
And I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You are like, I know this offensive thing is coming in. I'll just hit reflect now. It's just too early and just get punished for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Unfortunate.
Gerald's still in a good position. 2 full health characters.
2 full health characters. No sparking though, so.
Jump back there is going to avoid the start of round 2-1-6. 2-3-6 rather.
Yep.
And this should be their character. There's no way that Vegeta makes it out of this alive.
Not with 4 on deck, and 4 still handy as well. All right, up to Trunks.
So we got full health Goku, full health. Android 16 in the match here. Runus sparking. Catches him with the super dash after the sparking.
For most other players, I'd say this is very unfavored, but with Runus, he's very comfortable in his Trunks.
Look at this,
yeah.
how much damage is he pulling out just from that combo? And again, Gerald is doing a really poor job at the moment of reacting to super dash into buttons.
Yep.
Bruno's getting away a lot of the time with super dashing.
Especially with how close super dash leaves you with sparking on here. This is not good for Gerald here. That hit could have been so much worse.
Exact same situation.
Yep.
7,000 meter from both players. Sparking, running out. Bruno's reset.
This should have. He has the damage potential here. Didn't actually get. Yep.
It's gonna be next hit.
Not for either side. I'm pretty sure Gerald needs one more. Yeah.
There it is. Where's it? Is that it?
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, that is it. Yes. That is too. Yeah.
Go.
Yep. Counter adaptation just a bit too much.
Gerald looking a bit shamefaced there.
Yeah. Gerald, if you're listening to this coming back through, you did nothing necessarily wrong. You just maybe needed a bit more experience, the mechanics of how they function, specific situations. There are a couple of definitely good plays throughout this.
It's those very, very unique situations.
Yeah, you just need to keep playing to be comfortable and familiar with.
So what do we have now? Do we have Runus and the Beast?
Yes, we should be going to. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have to tag out very quickly. I'll be back ASAP. Might have to grab someone else for commentary.
No worries.
I will go search and find someone.
Cool, no worries. Our TO group is actually discussing the order in which we want to run this. I think we're going to do. Yep. I think we're going to do. All right, so I believe that what we're going to do is we are up to the top 4 at the moment. We are going to dip into the winner's final side, and this might be a bit confusing for people watching, but we're going to go to winner's final side in order to give the loser of this a break while loser semis runs, so that they don't go from a losing match into another match straight away. But this will mean that for those of you trying to keep track and keep up with how scoring is going to happen, do winners finals, go to best of 5, go to losers semis, back to best of 3, and then losers finals, back to best of 5 again. So it will be, instead of Runus versus Dabeast, we are going to get up on stage DS Falco versus Lim. Now on Lim's side, we saw before the 17 base Goku Frieza Tournament of Power, and Falco's side we also saw before the Vegito. Sorry, mind blank there. Broly and just gonna wait for the loading screen to come up, so it's not wrong. Vegito, Broly, and Goku. Yeah, Super Saiyan 1. Both players have a kind of combo-heavy playstyle. Lim's team might be a bit heavier on the combo than Falco. But what we should see is that ooh, backs off. I was going to say we should see some aggressive play here, but both players actually choosing to back off to begin with. All right, so Athrel went on a break real quick, and he's now back.
Hello.
Just to update you on what we're doing, we're going to do winners finals, losers semis, losers finals, so that we avoid the situation where the loser from the winners finals is forced to play a game after losing.
Yeah.
Like, you want to give them a bit of time to adjust and
you want that winner's momentum from both sides.
That's right. So
alrighty, this game 1?
Yes, absolutely. Game 1 just started here.
Lim, reversal level 3.
Straight through the beam. And that's a questionable decision because Falco gets the relatively free swap out here, healing that blue the health back in the back.
But
and
it does get Lim out of the pressure situation.
It does, absolutely.
Both players 0 balls on deck. Gonna get Android 17 back in here.
17 is a very mobile character when he has the neutral, but doesn't have good defensive options.
Yeah,
so he's just going to have to eat all this pressure.
Really going to have a hard time getting up there. You can see this Vegito has been the story of all the FIGHTERZ matches so far. Really commanding presence with the normals and block strings, forcing opponents to block from far long when they come to the inside. Double reflect.
Good reflex.
Time to go in there, but likely to get swapped out here, and we're going to see Android 17 coming right back in.
Didn't actually lose that much blue health there. Surprisingly, the combo that Falco landed just then was like very light on blue health. Just pure damage. That's the end of 17 though.
Alright, now we've got the base go-to coming in.
Falco has just backed off on round start twice now. And that time actually out of even Death Slicer block range, which would have allowed base Goku to get in and like try to start pressure.
Yep.
And what that meant is that scramble situation, Vegito just has more active buttons.
Exactly. That's going to be it. So you can see Falco, even in his movement, is always thinking about what will give him the advantage here. You can see delay there, going to get the...
Guess the guard cancel.
Alright, reflection on the beam.
Reflect beam does nothing. Nothing for you defensively.
And you can see twice now, the Dragon Rush is working out for Falco.
Yeah. And it's... Yep. And it's not that Lim doesn't know how to look for Dragon Rush. Like, we saw good reactions to Dragon Rush before, where he was in a frame disadvantage situation and actively pushed for it. It's just that Falco is putting so much to think about on the table that, yeah, right there, you can't think of all of it at once.
Good sparking on incoming from Lim. You can see really wanting to get
Doesn't have the option of just 21 level 3. Sparking. Still takes a hit, though. Okay, better reflect there. Actually gets, yeah.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite concepts in fighting games. It's like mental bandwidth. You can see just slowly stacking up higher and higher order information for Lim to digest until he gets to the point where he doesn't know what to do, what he's watching for. And you can hit him with simple
yeah, like you just throw out an L and it's like, why did he get hit there? Oh, he was thinking 4 levels deep and you were on level 1 and he's just not prepared.
And it's that cycling between. It's especially prevalent, I feel like, in these kind of team games like Marvel, games like DFC, where the screen is so busy, there are so many active hitboxes on the screen at any one time that struggling to think about what your opponent's going to be doing and where you need to be blocking becomes really hard to balance.
Yeah, like, you know, objectively that you don't have to block the assist, you have to block towards the point character. But what if you're thinking about the Dragon Rush and thinking about the high-low, you might just end up blocking the wrong way, and right here we're going to see Brawly do level 3 and just end it. That is the first game. Super commanding by Falco there. It looked like Lim had nothing.
Lim, in thought there, you can see, really having a think.
Since we are in the winner's final side, he does have more games to react here.
Yeah, he's got time to think. My voice is quiet. I will talk louder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Ooh.
Alright, again, that Vegito pressure, you can see it. That level 3, sorry, not level 3, you can see that light, the active hit frames, putting him in a position where, even if it's delayed, he has time for the assist to come back and really just forces Lim to be thinking about defense for far too long. He wants to press buttons, wants to get out of the situation, looking for the exit, and can't find it.
Yeah, they're both aggressive players. They're both, the teams reflect that they're both aggressive players.
Yep.
And he just can't push a button. Not when Vegito's on him like this.
Falling cross up there, that was interesting. Okay, sparking.
Just sparking. Right. He's decided, if I don't make something happen, I'm not getting this momentum back.
See, Lim is just spending these matches just hoping, praying, looking for an opportunity to get his offense started, but he's not managing to yet. That's going to be it.
The power of sparking almost brought that back. Forced it to at least use 2 bars, but sparking's out. He's only down by 1 meter, Falco, and Lim is down by a character, so...
2 bars for sparking is a trade you make any day.
Any day.
You can see it
Knockdown,
almost feels
corner.
like Lim can't do much right at this point. He's being put in positions where he doesn't have the opportunity to press buttons, and every time he presses buttons, it feels like it's when Falco plays.
And this isn't to say a detriment on Lim's side.
No,
this is such an indication of how strong Falco is as a player that he's on you.
Yeah.
Even when he's like doing a defensive option, he's on you so that you can't.
On traps, on traps.
Yeah. And sometimes, and really right there, so good reactions. Sometimes the remarkable thing is that the trap is just being close to you, waiting for you to push a button.
Yep. That's
and
it. Okay, dashing past, going to full screen.
The amount of time we've spent at full screen is like that's I think the longest we've spent at full screen in this entire like matchup so far.
Both players up backing Lim, going to the super dash, not showing the patience required. And Falco now immediately this block string is going to go for so long. Lim finds.
Finally, remember I told you in that reverse beat there is an option there, and he finds that gap there.
All right, Lim going to get the incoming here. First chance at offense all game. It goes to the Dragon Rush and it gets teched. That's got to be a bit dispiriting. That's the kind of thing where you're like, okay, this is the opportunity.
I deserve this now. Teched anyway.
Yep.
But still staying strong here.
Gonna get clipped on the back dash.
So one of the things that you might have noticed was that Falco backed off for quite a bit there.
Yep.
And what he was waiting for was all his assists to cool down.
Yep.
The moment they were up again, he went back on the offensive.
Yeah.
This probably
Kills.
Yeah, fair enough. Just kills outright.
All right, that's going to be 2 games up to DS Falco straight away.
Brawly laughs all around.
All right, Lim looking for his opportunity now. Are we going to see a team swap, do you think?
No. He's rusty enough in the game that he needs to play the team he's been practicing, I think. But even if he team swapped, like the characters that we know him for the aggressive setups. It hasn't mattered. It doesn't matter what his setup has been. He hasn't had time to set the
really getting your defense tested in this kind of situation. You have to prove that you are at the level where you're allowed to play the game.
So here's another thing, right? We talked about think too many things to keep in your head at the same time.
Yep.
From the offensive player's perspective, they have to think of that as well, because they have to think of what if they reflect, what if they stay down, what if they do. One of the things that this team does not represent, it does not have a DP.
Yep.
So
Just
on
that defensive option.
on Falco's side, he never needs to worry about that.
Yeah. You've never got that situation where you're pressing the offense. And what if they...
Okay, so that was huge, right? Because the back up there wasn't as clean, and he got caught by the Death Slasher and actually had to go on a defensive. I feel like that was the difference there.
Yeah, and you can see that too, exactly what you were talking about earlier with Vegeta's 5L, where because it's got the long stardom and has the active frames, if Lim gets up and back out of that, he has so much time to hit on the land.
But Falco, no slouch. Reset situation, and then just immediately saw, oh, that dash, I'm just going to 2H it.
Yeah, Falco with a lot of blue life coming in the background as well.
Finally, a block string. This might actually be the first solid block string from 17.
And look, straight away, Lim
Found the gap. Yeah.
The super dash against 5H.
Super dash is the enemy here, as far as Lim is concerned. The less he can do it, the better. Pizza setup.
Take him into the corner. There we go. And this is going to be decent damage. Lim, not a lot of
Not enough meter to kill, I don't believe. But okay.
2H on incoming.
Beautiful. Very aware. Goes for the snap, I'm assuming. Yeah. However, this snap will be mid-screen. And Falco has proved that his movement is superlative. Like, it's just... That was an interesting setup there. Was that bait? Did he hit Dragon Rush so that Falco would hit a button and get hit by Pizza? That would be next level. Because he has to know that his Dragon Rush won't connect there.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be sick.
You can see he's willing to trade the damage. I'm going to catch him cross screen. There we go. Combo starter. Falco's ending up in a situation here where all of his characters are alive. They don't have blue life. They're not recovering in the backline, and they are so close to dead. One combo each.
Lim is pretty healthy here.
Yeah, it does put him in the situation here where 7 bars, DHC on deck, sparking on deck. He has so much damage on the table. Oh!
Beautiful.
Lim.
Meterless.
Falco feeling that. You saw the look
Importantly,
to the sky as if he can do that.
Importantly, meterless, because he had none to spare. Takes a character.
Yeah, what are we gonna see here?
Brawly's a big boy. Oh, that was so close.
Alright, 7 bars still on deck. You don't want to be dealing with this. Going to get clipped in the full hitbox of Dragon Rush. And this is going to be decent damage.
Absolutely. He's not going to let any of this go to waste. He has so much meter to work with. He wasted, he had basically wasted all of Goku's health bar as meter. Okay, goes to even characters. Use so much resources.
5 bars.
But got the job done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, you'll take that. You take that in this game. Any day. Any day.
Now, Lim's lead that looked so commanding just before is now not looking commanding at all.
One of the big problems in Lim's team, I believe, in my opinion, is the 17 assist.
Yeah.
Is inconsistent.
It doesn't add as much to the team as you would hope.
Because that was the exact situation where the 17 assist should have been what he needed there.
Yeah.
Just didn't work.
And it does give his team that much needed defensive option.
But not if you don't have space to breathe.
Yeah, and not if you don't have the consistency.
Yep.
You have to be able to rely on defensive turrets.
Yep, yep. It's not like you can just call Gohan and he uppercuts for you.
Yep.
It's not good enough like that. Broly gonna end Goku's life. Appropriate. Appropriate.
All right, so now we
17
have
solo.
17
This is not. This is not the anchor Lim wants.
No, not at all. They're gonna get caught. He tries to backdash out of the pressure and gets hit by the super dash.
Not gonna be dead yet. Both players do have sparking to work with. There we go.
Sparking pop.
Popped.
Doesn't want to be dying like this, but the vanish. Rekka, level 3.
Nope, not gonna do.
Great vanish.
Good.
There, Falco.
Yes, absolutely.
No bar on deck, so this is not going to be it. But
And even with bar on deck, it was questionable because of the sparking regeneration.
no 2H there, and that's going to be it.
Unfortunate, unfortunate.
Lim getting knocked into the losers bracket, a commanding performance by Falco there.
Yeah. So, you know, he's up there, I'm down here, but one of the big differences is that that was a pretty telegraphed super dash from Falco at the end there.
Yeah, 100%.
He wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
And Runus. Inf.
How do you spell
Runeas.
What have I got here?
Yep. And it's just that, you know, it's degrees of preparedness. It's mental presence.
Yep.
And I not blaming them. There's just too much on your mind at that point to
Yeah.
keep all of that at once in your head and present. You know, there's only so many things you can react quickly to. Yep. Okay. Rely on archive. Alright. So Lim, this is exactly why we did the order the way we did. Has a chance to cool down now. Think about what went wrong.
And he gets to watch this match, importantly, as well.
Yeah.
He gets to watch this match, see who's coming in against him, and have a plan ready for him.
So, as a reminder...
Shout out to our sponsor. Do you want one?
No, thank you. As a reminder, we are back into losers semis, which means that we have gone back into the best of 3 format. So, a bit more volatile. There's definitely room for one player to just burst the other down.
Yeah.
I would say that the Beast is much more aggressive than Runus is, but Runus is looking for the set play.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing you've got to watch out for all the time. Is a good set play player can run away from
Oh, Lariat, other side of the screen. I do like that they adjusted that. If you notice, you don't travel as long, even when it's full screen. They just teleport you a bit. It's very good.
That's great game design. That's the game design.
It's mental damage when you have to like watch your character being taken across the screen like that. Having said that, while we praise them on that, they put in Videl's counter.
Yeah, they just do that. That is a choice they made. Like no one would improve this video.
Where you have to just sit and watch this for 10 seconds once a match. Nappa on screen now, staring down 21. 21 is so low on health here, gonna die.
Man clipped him. You can see Arby feeling himself.
So the lack of offensive tendency on Runus there, like he wants to be defensive and reacting, allows Cybermen to just set up. And setup is huge in this game. Very few characters can do them. Yes.
That's what a great side talk from the LLS. I ain't gonna get clapped.
I feel like we should have a clap counter or like a 2H counter for Abi. He's been so good with that all tournament.
Consistent with it. Does not let his opponents get away with that.
Ooh, that feels like an unfortunate input error there. He wanted a really low instant, as instant as possible overhead there. And he just whiffed air. Allowed Trunks to do Heat Dome, but he decides, you know what, if you're going to spend 3 bars, I'm going to take all of that back with the sparking.
And that's a smart choice by Arby there. You can see Runus there as well. Arby recognizing this. Runus overextending his mind to finish off the character with the spark. And so his offense being a little bit careless and giving opportunities to opponents.
Lost a character. So effectively what the Beast did was trade a sparking for a character.
Yep.
Depending on how this plays out, we'll decide whether or not that was worth it. But it looks like it puts him in such an advantageous position.
Sparking, the thing is, sparking for character is a trade you're willing to take most of the time, but especially in the position where you're up 3 against 1.
Yeah.
2 against 1?
Questionable. Questionable.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely, I believe Runus is 100% willing to spend sparking if he can touch of death with his 21.
Yeah.
And that's super fair.
Yeah, it is. Alright, first game going to INF, the Beast.
Not out of Runus' reach, although there's quite a bit of ground to make up there.
I feel like that was commanding. Like, that was really a good showing by Arby, showing the difference in skill between the two.
I suppose what I meant was, knowing the caliber of player that Runus is, I would not be surprised to see the adaptation come in to make this difference, but that has to happen now, right? He does not have the time. He does not have the best of 5 buffer.
And we're getting that. Look, so Arby is in the corner against the Android 21. Android 21 going to have so much damage out of this combo here.
From experience, Brawly blocking 21 in the corner, miserable.
Not the time.
Absolutely miserable. Because
Arby does manage to get Brawly out here though, so that blue life is going to be recovering in the background.
Nappa gets the 2H. Huge. Pulls 21 back in. You're not done yet, lady.
Alien lady thing.
Alien Android lady thing, but Android doesn't mean Android in the Dragon Ball universe because they just use words.
Yeah, just semantics. Who needs it?
It sounds good.
You look it up in the dictionary, it's like, it says Android, and then you look at Android 21 and you're like, wait.
You're not.
Wait.
You're not. Like, okay, this should be the end of 21 though.
4 bars on deck, there's no way it isn't. Level 1.
Right, so we see what happened there is he chose to do the Z Super Cans. I don't remember what that mechanic is called. Because Brawly does not have a level 1 from the air.
Yep. You could also see though, Arby not quite happy with that decision, realizes that he probably should have brought in the Vegeta because
Nappa lost health
out of that.
However, Nappa gets the setup.
Cyberman, and that's going to be the clap. Again, Arby showing that these 2Hs are just going to take him through the game. And that's the wonderful situation about the Cyberman setup in the corner is when he 2Hs, if the Cyberman is there, he has the opportunity to do it safely.
Yeah. And here's the other thing about the Cybermen, right? They make you want to jump.
Yep.
And if you're in the air, guess what you're vulnerable to?
It's 2H.
It's not guaranteed, but if you hit a button at all, he just beats you.
That upper body invincibility, and again 2H. Arby not willing to let Runus get away with it. Going to snap in that Trunks.
Trunks, get back in here, boy. Vegeta wants to teach his son a lesson.
Runus going with a light.
Unfortunate, whiffed an air move.
No,
and just
Arby drops the combo.
Drops, not dead.
Alright, so Runus with a lot of bars on deck. Overhead.
Not out of this yet.
Sparking though. So he's got the Vegeta, he's got Sparking, he's got 5 bars, and he's on 5 Dragon Balls.
I think through weight of numbers alone, the most common comeback in the world is Anchor Vegeta Sparking.
Yep.
Just because enough people play it.
And look, light.
But it's going to happen.
So, like
it can happen, I mean.
Oh,
super unfortunate there. No good punish from it. Actually gets hit. Oh, God, what is going on here? Scramble situation. Someone has to win this scramble, right? All right, resetting into...
that armor.
Armor. If you're not ready, you're just going to eat it. Medium Lariat has an infinite number of hits for armor there. All right, this is not for damage. This is for setup.
That much blue life being lost, though, means that Sparking is not going to get...
Not going to matter. What is that something Arby's doing in his combos particularly, that he's like not causing much blue damage?
I'm not sure.
But I'm not crazy, right? Like,
no, he's
very low amounts of blue damage.
Yeah. Enemies are not recovering. Arby, commanding.
And to be fair, one of the patch changes was a nerf to blue health regeneration.
Yeah.
So that is actually part of the mechanics that have been adjusted in the game.
Okay, so now we have...
Losers Finals.
Lim. It was like Arby was rushing to get here, did not want to give Lim time to mentally recover.
And if that was the game plan, I think that's very smart.
Yeah. I'm just going to grab some water real quick.
Absolutely. So, Lim has had a not a significant amount of time to recover, but a non-insignificant time either. Like, he's definitely had time to just catch his breath, look at what's going on, think about where that match went wrong. I believe he mostly sat alone and didn't really talk to too many people about like what had happened there. So maybe that's just his process right now.
I feel like it's different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely.
Some people, when you lose a match, you want to go to your friends. You want them to kind of break it down for you. You want to get that encouragement. Other people, if you lose a match, you don't want to talk to anyone. You just want to sit there, take that moment to think, get yourself calmed down, don't keep yourself stimulated, and then reset yourself before the next match.
So now we're going up against 2 aggressive players, but I feel like the aggression advantage lies on Abi's team.
Yep.
The Beast's team feels a bit more able to just keep pushing forward.
It's a bit of a situation too, because Lims, you would argue that Arby's team perhaps has better defensive options as well.
So
Yep.
it's going to be on Lim to see what he can get started, and he really needs to push that aggression when he gets opportunities to do so. And like we've seen so far, Arby really, really good at using that 2H to stuff out pressure. Those kind of lazy super dashes not going to fly against
No,
you, so
absolutely not.
He's going to have
Like,
to work.
yeah, if he felt like Falco was catching them, the Beast has been catching every single one. Like,
Yeah. All right, both players, dash back.
Brawly just SSSSS, very good stuff. All right,
All right,
so
aggression started. Both
I
assists.
don't-
Okay, and catches him. That's exactly what Lim needed. He didn't have any more assists on deck, could not keep the block string going.
went for the reset there.
And again, another reset. So, what are we going to have here? Level. So, that is 2 bars, 3 bars. Could this be a kill? It is.
Goes, yep, level 1,
2.
level 2. Oh my god, it scaled so much, but the final hit,
That's it. 1 bar still on deck, and that is a commanding start from Lim.
beautiful,
Such
beautiful.
Brilliant use of the reset, and also I really loved seeing Lim spacing his assists.
Yeah, that's right. One of the things that you kind of think about is that when you get hit in Dragon Ball, you go, I guess I got hit.
Yep.
At this level, you trust your opponent to have the combo.
Yep, exactly.
And you just, not let go, but you're not as present at the beginning of a combo.
No.
You're taking the time to recover yourself from getting hit. And if the reset happens then, you might just get blown up.
Yep, exactly.
It's not going to fly forever.
That
It's
reset
definitely,
and scaling as well is
Yeah.
just so brutal.
and it's not going to fly forever. That's definitely something like a player of the Beast caliber, of Falco's caliber, they would catch on to that. But while it's there, take advantage of it.
Yeah. I really liked watching just there, Dragon Rush. That block string was so long, and then as soon as he got deep enough into it, Arby going to get clipped by the Dragon Rush. 3 bars on deck.
Gonna go into it. I think he's just out of range, even with all 3
This
level
does
1s.
so much damage, though. Maybe.
Not quite
No.
enough. Not quite enough.
Pizza.
Pizza goes low.
You can see Arby was scared of that setup. That was perhaps the up back there getting him caught.
I mean, he could have literally just Dragon Rush as well.
Yep. Okay, trying to use the Android 17 assist to block counter aggression.
Puts himself in the corner. This is the start if it's going to happen. Nappa not normally known as a comeback character, but with the Cyberman, if he has time to set that up after every
Then that's
combo,
it. Resets.
yeah.
So plants it. What do we got? Oh, late clap. Arby was thinking about it. That's the thing. Okay, so drop. That
Beautiful
was such a
spacing.
beautiful
Beautiful spacing.
Okay, Arby not happy with that one.
That
Dropping
was
the
an
dropping the
unfortunate drop.
Setup.
Yeah.
Lim, though, that was smart. Staying on the ground.
Staying on the ground, yeah, absolutely. Hold down, right? Like,
All right, sparking on deck. Arby trying to keep himself in this.
all right, guard cancel. All right, so he's actually super conscious. Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so because that wasn't a hit, because there was no block there, he could not vanish.
Yeah.
He just had to take it. Nothing to be done
Okay,
there.
Dragon Rush. Wreckers.
Nothing
Lim
big
putting
out of that,
himself
though. 2 characters, but, yep, drops out.
That's
No
going to be
matter.
it for 21.
Sparking,
21.
17.
17.
Sparking is
Giving
not
Androids.
long for this match on the Beast side.
Yeah, you can see Lim now willing to play patient.
Yeah. And Frieza is the character to do so.
Ooh, that cancel was nasty. Okay, sparking on incoming. Arby, no more sparking on deck.
Right. Taking advantage of his sparking
counter.
pressure. Ooh,
That was
beautiful.
great. Good use of the vanish, canceling it with the sparking.
Presence
and
of
now
mind. He didn't just go, I vanish
that's
when I
a
hit. Yep. That's it. Slightly powered up because of a loss of a character as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Pop, shoots him out of the air.
Good stuff.
All right, that was close.
Not in the first 2 characters,
Yeah.
but
Arby
Nappa
trying to-
was doing work.
for sure.
Who knows what could have happened if he didn't drop that Oki.
Arby taking his time.
Yes. Good. Take
Yeah,
the
it's
time.
good
You
to see in
have...
this kind of best of 5 set. You take your
Don't
time.
rush it. Don't rush it. Who knows what would have happened if he didn't drop that Oki, right?
Yeah.
Like, that honestly could have been the tipping point there.
And I feel like at the start of a match like this is the time for players like Lim to be using things like that reset.
Yes, absolutely. Catch them off guard.
Catch them off guard, and that puts them in that mental situation where they're going to use
Have to
that
think about that now. But remember what we were talking about with Falco. Like, it puts things on the table for you to keep track of. You have to keep thinking about it now.
Yep, Arby not happy with not taking that one, but Lim going to get the damage in the corner reset. Okay, what's the Oki? Arby staying on the ground.
Dragon Rush can be frustrating
Aerial
sometimes
2H.
because you feel like you reacted to it, but it just wasn't fast enough.
Yep. And it's such a, like the lockout makes it such a precise input.
Yeah.
Okay, Arby managing to get, what's that, Nappa out of there.
Brawly's in, has the corner. Brawly in the corner is no slouch. However,
Uses the
this...
reflect, and that's a punish.
Right.
as far as I'm aware.
I feel that so we've been praising the Beast's reactions on like dash-ins and stuff.
Yep.
Actually hasn't been too good. Like there have been a couple, and to be credit to him as well, he's tried to space them out correctly when Broly's in the air and stuff like that.
That was so intimidating. Both players just crouching and looking at each other. Gonna catch him in the command grab midstream though.
Gonna take the corner.
Live on
Ooh,
deck,
not quite,
and
not quite.
Arby dropping the combo.
17. What did we say about 17 assists?
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
there. It was doing something. Just wasn't the right thing. Good block.
That's gonna be it. Okay, so
Is he gonna bring in Broly? No.
goes for the reset.
Beautiful.
Great reset there and drops it.
No, drops it. That was a proper drop. Yeah, that was a proper drop.
Both players playing projectiles. Super dash.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think he caught enough back.
Yeah. Delayed. Too well. Gonna catch him in the combo. This is not gonna be
In
there,
the
not
corner, he. No.
Okay. Oh, beautiful change. Opportunity. Taking the opportunity, avoiding the Dragon Rush with the swapping and going to get a character for his troubles.
That does not feel good for the Beast there. Gets
feel like-
Goku in super healthily as well.
You feel like you've done the work there and then you lose out to the swap in and die to it as well.
Die to the swap in feels bad.
Yeah. Catches him with the projectile.
Just
does not
domes
hurt.
him. Gets a hit though. Could
Okay.
start something here with Broly. Dashes in to get some Oki. Stay down.
Yep.
Didn't have to deal with the Oki at all, but still gets hit because... So stay down isn't like the be-all, end-all, cure-all. You actually take a lot... You give your opponent a lot of tempo. If your opponent has a setup for it, it's going to hurt. They're still going to have to eat something. Good
super
reactions.
dash. Great reaction.
I want to credit myself and Mulletcat for that.
So much Broly and Hobart, the Lim has seen that animation a million times.
Yeah.
Alright, sliding knockdown into the corner. What do we got? 2H attempted, and he's going to get 2H in his vanish.
Good reactions there. Right, because the Beast saw something,
Yep.
and it was 17. So he's like, I'm
I'm out.
I'm out.
I don't
And all Lim was doing was, is he gonna do it? Like,
Ooh,
Nappa
get clipped
gonna
on
do
that
it?
5H.
All right. Far from out from this. This is an even better situation than he was in last game. Has Nappa on deck to take out Frieza and 17 here.
Okay, there it is, losing the momentum there. That, again,
Sparking.
Android 17 as your assist does not allow you to convert on those kind of setups. Really puts you at a disadvantage. Okay,
Saw the forward and decided to challenge it with a super dash. Both players kind of just backing out here.
yeah. And look, you can see that Lim wary of the situation. Didn't do anything. I'll be wary of
Anything. Yeah, that's right.
Wait.
Ooh, those projectiles, where are they going? Who knows?
We're going to be like 20 minutes into this next.
And they're gonna come back in. Just
Like,
around the
like,
world.
like,
Yeah.
Falco and someone.
And be like, how did 17, when did he?
Like 17.
Pressure?
Alright, pressure.
Has to run out though.
Again,
Beautiful,
same thing
beautiful
last time.
setup.
Incredible spacing on the part of the Beast.
Yes,
That's gonna be
he's in his head.
Has to use
And
meter.
credit to Lim as well. He doesn't let that stop him from pushing that button. So, Frieza, it's going to be a very different kind of fight here, I feel.
And also Sparky on deck.
Oh, do we have that?
Oh, reflect. Oh my god.
Death Slicer, EX, Death Slicer, Death Slicer.
Death Slicer. Oh, catches him in the air.
Oh gosh!
2 games. Lim, up 2 games. The Beast got a long way to walk this back.
That was gutsy.
Yeah. Jump
He
up in the air, Dragon Rush.
had no reason to do that. That
I feel like that's half of Lim's playstyle in every game he plays.
he had no
Like,
reason to do that.
why?
Yeah. Like going.
Okay, we're straight back into it. I like that. In a way, Arby not willing to get in his own head, but you wonder if that's a rage. Like, you wonder if that's just anger.
Because
thinking
he-
of that next match.
Yeah, like, and it's not anger at the setups, it's anger at himself because he is recognizing that he's dropped a few things here.
That's a lot of that's something that a lot of people in fighting games don't really recognize enough. But a lot of the time, the salt that comes out in fighting games isn't necessarily directed at your opponent. A lot of the time, you're just sitting there swearing your head off. Something just happened. It's because you're angry.
You think you know better, and yeah, you probably do, but you're not playing better.
Hey, Bunker, can you grab the door? Okay. Yeah. I'm sure they're probably not happy about it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so Arby shut now. So Lim down a character. That was a
Believe-
commanding start for Arby here.
This is the first time that the Beast has a character advantage,
Yeah, I think you're right there.
and that's gonna be
It's going to be interesting to Dragon Rush
Dragon
to catch the landing.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was almost like he shore-you'd and I'm just going to grab you out of it.
Yep. Okay, so lots of meter on deck for Lim, and this, like you said before, slightly powered up.
Slightly powered up.
Level 3, this is
Makes
a
a
lot
difference.
of damage. What do we
Yeah,
got?
okay.
Okay, Sparking's out of the Oki situation.
Respectful option there. You have the character advantage. Use the Sparking to keep the character advantage.
Yep.
The important thing now is he got the hurt character out. He has Brawly in. Full health. Sparking's over. That doesn't matter. A lot of health to work with.
But at the same time, you got to look at Arby. 7 bars ago.
Yep.
Cash in.
Cash in. We don't get to see level 5s too often here.
Oh.
Not dead yet.
Ooh, that dashback 5H is going to be haunting Lim tomorrow.
You don't want to
Snap
see
back.
that happen.
Blue health.
That is 50%.
Yikes.
Spent 1 meter to take out 50% and then kill the character.
All right, Lim, going to have a long way to walk this one back.
Ooh,
But
did you see
Goku,
that?
specifically made as a combat character.
His neutral is a bit iffy.
I mean, his level 1's better.
His level 1's better. He was given damage to be a combat character, but his neutral is definitely iffy.
Okay, Sparking. Here we go.
Let's talk about the bait of the Brawly Barrier as well. Hasn't been in play most of these games. However, Brawly Barrier goes away on any hit. Whether Brawly hits someone, is hit even if it's blocked.
I love those run-unders.
Yeah, it's just... And so what it means is that when Brawly puts a barrier up, if the opponent knows what they're doing, they want to hit him. What's the fastest way to get in on a hit? Super dash.
Okay, 2H there from Lim. Smart, going to take the Brawly out.
Brawly goes down.
One thing I would like to point out, though, is even though there is a almost full health Nappa coming in, that Vegeta in the back does not have much health.
If he can get through Nappa,
Great. Oh, that was some great spacing by Lim here. 5 bars a meter. Can he convert?
sparks out. Beautiful. Back on form. First,
That's
big
good.
2H from the Beast here. It's done.
Monkey cannon. All right, Arby, making it back.
Lim
One game.
at risk of the classic.
The reverse 3-0.
The reverse
The
3
classic.
classic.
All right, it'll be interesting to see how Lim manages to maintain composure. He just lost the game after a commanding first 2. What is going to happen?
Oh, not reacting that time. But no meter, so no follow-up other than, which is very important, taking the corner. Oh, not looking for it.
Arby just converting off this. Puts it back in the corner, and what's the setup? 2H, reflected.
Reflected the lariat, gets the hit on the Goku. I'm not fully sure this was worth it. But
I feel like any amount of blue life, now that they've nerfed blue life regen, any amount of blue life will take.
fair, fair.
Alright,
I'm not saying it wasn't worth it. I just say that that was the beginning of questioning because he gave up corner position to do that.
good tech by Arby.
Good tech by Bobby. Brawly's so healthy here. Like, he's taken so much punishment in terms of blocking and stuff, but he's so healthy here.
Attempted reflect by, what just happened? I don't know. Okay, the attempted 2H, they're going to get caught by the character swap, and combo damage coming in. Both players very light on meter.
Splat, Kaioken.
Setup.
Not sure, but it feels like he was punished for not having something more concrete there.
Lim looking for the reflect there multiple times. Good tech.
I believe that was a double clap in the corner from Nappa. Tried to go for the anti-air there.
Okay, and
17,
17
finally.
worked.
So what is that, 1 in 7?
Yeah, 17 finally doing his job. Cross up, Arby staying on the ground.
Delayed wake up,
Situation.
yeah.
Good stuff by Lim. Going for the low there, going to clip Arby on the toes.
I love that
Setup.
beautiful small dash out from Nappa there. Not a huge one, but puts him out of the corner situation. Allows Brawly to come in with all this space to work with behind him.
And that projectile going to catch, so no meter on deck here, so this isn't going to do too much damage, but puts himself in a...
I feel like neither player's really hurting here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really crazy. This game's been going on for
Finally, the reaction.
100 seconds now, and this might be the first solid combo setup that we get here.
Yeah. I feel like both players, like you're saying, meter is really hurting. You wonder how they do better. Is it meter management? Is it having a better battery going in front of the team? What is that change factor? This is going to be dead.
Beautiful.
Brawly taken out. Lim
Worth
with the
it.
advantage.
Very healthy Frieza,
But
but
2 half-health characters in the
yeah.
back.
So you don't want to lose
Super
too
dash
much on
around,
Frieza.
but Yikes. Alright, so
That feels like a call out. That feels like a hey, you want to hit me? Come on.
Yep.
17 actually got a hit there, but not nothing. Frieza got advantage.
the single
Rocks.
reflect, they're going to get punished by the forward momentum of Frieza's 2M. Or 5 Bye then.
17, do nothing again.
You sound so disapproving. It's like 17 kid who's just like.
That's why you call 17. He's supposed to defend you.
And you call him and he just doesn't do his job.
No, it's not doing it.
You point
Very
him
good
out.
decision. Yeah, very good decision not to go for the cash out there. That extra 2 meters for extra damage would have done nothing there. Instead, takes the hard knockdown.
What about that one? I feel like that could be the big character.
Yeah.
Yep, made it.
However,
Avoids the Dragon Rush.
Lim's characters hurt a bit more.
Yep.
And it's honestly the slight bit more that could make a difference. They've no, not quite. Not on meter.
Yes, Lim waiting.
Oh.
That patience was incredible. Not a lot of meter on deck though.
I want to know what level Yomi both of them were on there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
And pressure continued. Gonna catch him on the way down. Does not quite kill. Hey!
Gets him.
What?
Oh!
He snapped him out by accident.
Oh! Is he gonna live to
2H.
regret
Oh
that?
my god, this got scrambly.
Is he gonna
Both players looking terrified of their own
Frieza?
actions there.
Frieza from no health, like literally no pixel, back up to like 2 hits now. Like he can actually take a straight hit now. Not a combo, but he can take a straight hit. This is huge.
And the command grab, and he misses it.
Saved it. He's been saving it, and it didn't pay off.
Pop, and gonna catch him. Claps.
Clapped, clapped, clapped. 2H is the name of the Beast's story in DBFC today.
Oh,
Cyberman
And 2H.
did not save him. Cyberman, like the Beast's only hope there
That's
was
gonna
the
be it.
Cyberman. Wasn't good enough. Stylish ending here. Sits on him. Beautiful.
Lim.
Truly a match
Go at Android 17.
worthy
Such a
of the
character.
losers finals.
Exactly.
That was beautiful.
That was really, really great. Most even match we've seen today, and now Lim gets the opportunity to run back against DS Falco.
I want to know what's going on in his head here. I want to see the adaptation he has here. He's too good of a player to not have a plan.
Yeah.
But whether that plan will be good enough is what we need to see. So Falco is going to come in on the winner side, which means he has an entire
He's got a set to play with.
set to lose. Yeah. He doesn't want to. You never want to. But he
We're
does
out.
have that buffer.
Man, I'm sad we're out of Red Bull.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the fountain does not flow forever.
No. Shout outs to our sponsors, Red Bull, for keeping us all energized throughout the weekend. I'm going to go buy one with my money.
With your money. Actually spending money.
On Red Bull. They've convinced me.
Vegito, Broly, Goku, no surprise here. We've seen this before. 17, Goku, Frieza, no surprise there. We've seen this before.
It's gonna
This
be
is
the
a
changing
run
gameplay.
back.
It's not going to be changes in teams. It's not going to be weird tech coming out. It's going to be just changes in gameplay.
Back on hit. Hit theme again.
Hit theme. Lim, wanting that smooth jazz as he loses.
Ooh, calling it already.
Nah, I'm not going to
It was just so commanding last time.
I trust
but-
Lim to make adaptations, but I feel
Yeah.
like he needs to get up to Falco's level, and then Falco is forced to play. Yeah.
Yeah. Lim did not play much of the game last time they met, so he needs to play the game.
Yeah. But will
Catching
Falco give him
Vegito
the
on Death
opportunity?
Slicer will be a start. See?
And again,
Didn't work out. Didn't work out. Not too punished for it yet, though.
you can see as well Falco really intelligently using the forward dash there to force his blocking opponent towards the corner.
And you don't know what else just happened, like in that small block string there? He did light, stopped, did nothing. Had no advantage, light.
Yeah.
All Lim did was look at him.
at it.
Because it was so close to when the string started, he's not thinking about when the gap is.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to the reset that Lim did, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
When it's too early, you're not thinking about it.
You turn the brain off a little bit. You're like, oh, this is what I need to do.
Yeah, it's a block
Now
string,
need
I
to
guess.
block.
Yeah, I'm just going to hold this block string here. I can hold, and all right, 17 actually trying to do some movement here. Actually gets
That
punished
felt
for
like
that.
reaching a little bit.
It's too early to say that he's just, Hail Marrying, but that felt like a Hail Mary. It'll be a dead 17.
When you're playing against a player who is notably better than you, Hail Marys are not how you run back.
No.
Like, there are chances where you will just catch someone out because they're not expecting it, but you
Okay.
can't win on
Okay. So the important thing that just happened there, that kill happened no meter.
5 bars.
5 bars and like meter advantage, character advantage.
Hello. Great and powerful T.O. What's up? Okay. Are we going to have that on stream later?
So, for those of you who are interested, Guilty Gear Bracket is going to be starting off stream. We're going to try and catch either the top 3 or top 4, something like that on stream later. That will be after Soul Calibur is done, though. For now, back into this match, Grand Finals.
Hey, so we're going to get the snapback.
Snapback. So Lim has some momentum. You know what? No, he doesn't. Like, he lost it. Like, he had it. He had some momentum there.
The interesting thing for me is that Lim is so unwilling to fight Vegito that he will snap him out when it doesn't give him an advantage. He does not want to deal with Vegito.
And it's not that Vegito is... Yes, Vegito is definitely made scarier with the assist.
Yeah.
But a lot of what is locking Lim down is actually Vegito himself.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do? Just leave him to the end? You're still going to have to deal with him.
Yeah. You have to deal with him eventually, but it's a matter of when. And now it's in. Here it comes in. And that's going to be...
I want to see Falco being forced to play without Vegito, because he hasn't needed to do that very much this tournament, this top 8 so far.
Yeah, and Vegito is such a great battery character that we're finding that it really isn't any point where in the other matches we've seen so far today, players are often hurting full meter, and Falco not forced to do that.
No.
You're never seeing a situation where Falco's starting a combo and going, oh, I don't have anything here to go with.
And that's not to say that players are very super happy. They're actually not. They've actually been very conservative on super. It's just that the way the game functions mechanically, a lot of very important tools use meter. Certain characters, important tools, for example, Frieza's EX Death Slicer, that covers the entire screen. It's an amazing move, uses meter.
Yeah.
Vanish, universally important for all characters, uses meter. So,
that was 2/3 in one combo.
One combo, not even Sparking used.
Okay, combo started from Lim. Let's see what we can do.
Huge road to come back from here. However, Sparking is still on deck. There we go. Resets. He drops it. EX Death Slicer, as I told you there. Like, that hurts when you have 4 meter. Not too bad in the situation because, you know, Falco only has 2, 3 now.
Falco pressuring the back dash there. Does not want to Lim. Struggling for space, and Falco recognizing that he can force his advantage.
Ghost and Golden. Actually, changed now that he has kind of some advantage out of it, but not enough. Not enough. Sorry, he has better frames out of it, but not necessarily advantage.
Sparking combo, and that's it.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Alright, first game going to DS Falco. Lim made some adaptations there. He really did, but is it going to be enough? Can Lim continue to adapt in a way that will force Falco out of his default gameplay?
It's the ground strings. There hasn't been an answer yet. So what do we see here? A hit.
I feel like this is like watching, for anyone familiar with the Hobart scene, Lim on his hit team and Seb on his Android 21 team in early days. Whereas Lim just had these competitions where it was...
One person starts a train.
Yeah,
and that's it.
long block strings, and how do you deal with it? And at the moment, Lim doesn't have an answer.
Nope. Goes down, gets the setup.
Again, that Vegito battery, 3 bars. This could be it.
Might be... Yep. Yeah, wow. Very unfortunate there for Lim.
Yeah, for Lim.
Amazingly done by Falco. That was a training mode combo.
Yeah, that was, I'll get this 1 meter from this, that will give me enough.
Yep. And like I feel like that had to be within tens of damage of kill damage there.
Just managed to get stuff out the swap, and Vegeta now going to take it to
Frieza. Delay wake up into Golden. He's trying things now. Block. Love the thought on Falco. He's activated here for frames. I'm gonna do my armor EX move. Love the counter thing from Lim. Kind of, which is I'm scared.
Yep.
So
like, he's gonna do something. I know he's gonna do something. There's no way
I don't know what I don't think he knew it was EX Lariat, but oh, that's bad.
This is it. That Vegito 5L is gonna catch him, and if he gets kept in the air, it's a combo starter anyway. Back down to the corner, and see that last little bit of movement there with the dash is going to carry him into the corner, even though he wasn't in the corner on wake up. Falco pressing that offensive advantage whenever possible, and look at that battery, 5 bars, 0-6.
So comfortable. Broly?
Broly. That's it. Another character dead on Lim's part. Falco commanding so far.
I feel like if you took away Super Saiyan Goku's health bar and just put him in as assist, Falco would not be hurting at all.
You wouldn't mind.
Gets a hit.
Golden Freezer sparking combo. This is gonna hurt.
Let's talk about the problem that Lim is in right now. Golden was activated before he got snapped out. Golden has a limited time frame, and he's vulnerable on the deinstall, on the uninstall. There we go. Goes for the level 3 though.
That was
Him out.
cheeky.
All right, so that was cheeky on.
Grinning like a gremlin over there on the setup.
That was a multi-layered one, right? Because Falco is knowledgeable. He's not stupid. He walked up and he blocked because Vegeta. You got me doing it now.
Yeah.
Frieza has a super coming out of install.
Yeah.
He didn't do that one. He did the super getting up. So 2 layers there, and he killed Brawly. Probably not gonna matter in the long run.
No, but it's still cute.
Out of sparking, out of golden.
Sliver of health.
Nah. There is no chip out, to be fair.
Yeah, but that looks very movie-like. The point-blank Kamehameha to kill an enemy, that's Goku. Like 101.
Yeah. Even if he had blocked that, what was the road, right?
Yeah.
Full health Goku, basically full health.
Single straight hit kills you. How do you come back?
Yep. That's
Lim,
Frieza.
take the
That's
moment to
Frieza.
pull off. Lim, take it a moment.
All right,
Deep
this
breath,
is
let's get-
his
Oh.
last chance. Last chance on this side of the bracket for a character switch, and he's
So-
gone for it.
Hit, Beerus, Piccolo. Lim's old team. Let's see if he's still got it.
I actually like this because his new team was doing nothing for him.
Yep.
That was. I don't care that Brawly died last game. Brawly,
That new team, he was not winning. Like,
he killed no character. Like that was a gimmick.
yeah, 100%.
And it wasn't a gimmick. And gimmicks are fine. Gimmicks are part of this game.
Embedded in something.
But that gimmick's not going to work ever again.
No.
Like,
That's that one where you take the win, you look your opponent in the eye and go sorry, and then keep going with the match.
yeah.
Alright, so we're going to see something different here from Lim. It's going to be interesting to see the change in dynamic, whether this is going to help him defensively adapt, and whether this is going to give him an in on this match.
Hit has a few more defensive options. And okay, I will say this. Lim has so much practice blocking as Hit.
Yeah.
Just Hit as a character, right? Such good defense from Falco here. And I know it sounds kind of strange to say as he's being hit.
That was recognition there from Lim.
He knew he dropped, went into counter.
That's such a classic 3D fighter thing. Oh, they missed the whip punch. Again, the counter. Falco.
No meter, no meter.
Managed to get Broly out of here. Can Lim getting back in. Bring the Piccolo in. And that's going to be the snapback. We're going to see that hit coming straight back in. And snap. Combo starter. And this is the Vegito battery. We will see a kill here.
Yep, Brawly. Oh, don't need to. Wait. Did he swap his order by accident? No, I think he meant to do that. So he wants Goku in,
Okay.
is what we'll say.
Show that he can play all three
We'll
characters.
say.
He wants to show that he can play all 3 characters,
Yeah.
I guess.
Because Brawly's still in the middle, so I believe that was a conscious decision.
Yep. So now we got the Beerus on deck. Probably Lim's most like recognizable character in the old days. The hit was good, but this Beerus used to put in work. So many unique and interesting little setups on the purple light.
I can very much respect wanting Goku for Beerus as well, if he's thinking that far ahead, right? Like if this was the Beast, Brawly was 100% the right call because he'd just put barrier on and be comfortable. But Falco obviously feels more comfortable with Goku here.
Beerus
Gonna kill.
die here.
Captain
But see,
Sword.
I can't overstate enough how much this Vegito battery is paying off for Falco in these matches. He's always got the damage and the meter on deck to finish his move.
Yep.
He's never putting himself in a situation. Okay, that was cheeky. He's never getting himself into a situation where he would have a kill if he had meter. He's always just got the meter. Good tag. Crap. And see Lim now with 0 bars. This is the
Pulls back Goku.
This is Piccolo's anchor struggle. Piccolo is not an anchor character on his own. Great
Piccolo
reaction.
cannot even bring down to the ground for a super mid-screen without meter. What are you meant to do, right? You
Great
get
con-
these loose
great
hits,
character, don't get us wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Piccolo is a great,
but
amazing
not on the
character.
end. Not on the end. Like, there's too many people who play Piccolo at a high level to say that this is a bad character. But
However,
he definitely struggles alone.
He does not have that meter management. Okay, so we're gonna see the snap. Nope. Continue combo.
He doesn't want Vegito back in. Crazy?
I thought he was trying to kill.
Slight moment of silence here. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Light grenade. It hit.
Oh, that was sick. That chase down. Almost like
Not
the second
enough.
time going to get clipped by the Sparky though.
Light grenade damage undone.
That's going to be it. 7 bars, 6 bars rather. That's going to be level 1, level 1, level 3. That's going to be enough.
Falco,
And
hands off stick, he knows.
Yep.
that's it. Good
it.
stuff.
Shout out to our competitors today, Lim and Falco in our grand finals. Lim going to take second, Falco in first place for Dragon Ball FighterZ Z at TFC4.
Falco has 3 gold medals now.
Yeah, does he?
What other games?
Eunice, Street Fighter, and Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Right. Well played.
Well played. Alright, so we're going to have a short break now, aren't we?
We're probably going to have a short break up until 5 o'clock where we will